everybody, it's Ann Kaplan from Mom Me, your parenting resource from conception to college. Wherever you are on your mothering journey, we've got something for you. Birth preparation, doula care, postpartum care, toddler stuff, discipline, dealing with older kids, everything. And this week, what we are talking about is travel. And the reason why is because I was in Granada this last weekend and implementing all of my family travel secrets and tips. And I thought, I think people might want to know about this. It's on my mind, so I'm going to put it in your minds too. And I hear all the time from my clients how frustrating and hard it is to travel with kids. And you are right that you have to definitely be on your game when you're traveling with kids, but that doesn't mean that it has to feel frustrating and hard and unfun the whole time. So today I'm going to talk about traveling with kids. This can apply to anyone from like a toddler all the way up to like teenagers. And I hope it's really, really helpful for you guys. So, it's super frustrating when you're traveling with kids for a lot of people, I think mostly because we have this idea of what we want travel to be, and kids don't fit into it. We want to be like enjoying these amazing, delicious meals and staying up really late and enjoying the nightlife, or, lounging around and taking rest and being super, super relaxed. And like, that just doesn't even fit with having kids. So my first tip to you guys when you're trying to think about planning a trip with kids is plan a different kind of a trip. And that doesn't mean go to a different place. It means think about it in a different way. Like, instead of thinking about all the stuff you can't do because your kids are going to be with you, like having a 4-hour lunch or, whatever, think about all the stuff you can do still, because there's a ton of it. What you really need to do when you're planning a trip with kids is to plan a trip that's kid-friendly, and that doesn't mean that it has to be unfun for you. So my first tip to you, which applies to any age of kid, from a brand new baby to whatever, a 20-year-old, is keep it loose. Keep your agenda loose. I usually suggest planning like maybe one time-sensitive thing a day or less. And just be okay with the fact that it might take you a while to get there and leave early and all that stuff. And the rest of the day, just do something fun that's not time sensitive. Like, so for example, when we were in Madrid over the holidays, we wanted to see Cirque du Soleil. So we had that. We had to buy our tickets in advance. That was booked. And the other thing my kids really wanted to do was a Segway tour. So we had that. That was booked. But the rest of the time, we had ideas about things we wanted to do, but none of them were time sensitive or even day sensitive. Like, I'd really like to go shopping while we're here. Okay, well, maybe we'll do that today. Or, I'd really like to, check out this one museum that I read about. Okay, cool. Well, we'll try to get up early in the morning, but if we're not there right when it opens, it doesn't matter. It's fine. So that's partly a mindset thing, which is my second tip to you guys. Keep it positive. Just be positive. And what does that mean? It means like things that are frustrating to you. If you act frustrated, exhausted, and stressed around your kids, that's going to be the energy of your trip. So when we were in Madrid, another example, we forgot to bring the stroller with us, and we have a 3-year-old, and we were in Madrid like walking everywhere. And I realized quickly my back was going to break, or I was going to be fighting the entire time to get Sky to walk by himself. And so what did I do? I turned it into a game. I was like, okay, buddy, we're going to take turns walking and carrying. And you see that sign over there? You see that red sign? Oh, yeah, I see it. Okay, it's going to be your turn to walk until we get to that sign, and then I'm going to carry you. And then when I picked him up, I'd say, oh, do you see that blue sign over there? Yeah, I see it. Okay, great. I'm going to carry you until we get to the blue sign, and then it's going to be your turn again. He was totally down with it. We didn't fight one time. Now, if I had spent the whole time being like, you have to walk, come on, oh my God, I can't believe we forgot the stroller. This whole trip was ruined. Blah. It really would have sucked. Okay, so make things a game. Have this attitude that like nothing is going to faze me. It's completely fine. And the third thing in that positivity thing is like narrate what you're doing. Narrate your experience and your attitude. Like, oh my gosh, here we are. We're in a new city. This is so amazing, you guys. What do you think about this? Look at this. Look at that. Like, I love traveling. Narrate what you're doing with enthusiasm and excitement, and that's the energy that your kids are going to have about it too, okay? So that's the positivity thing. Third thing I want to say is divide and conquer. This tip also applies to newborn babies all the way up until whatever. Like, we've got 4 kids and 2 parents, okay? So sometimes we want to be all together. Can you tell it's the sunset here? Just like came in and hit me right in the eyeballs. sometimes we want to do stuff all together as a family. We want to be together and having a meal together or something like that, or go to a museum together or something. But sometimes it's really nice to split the kids up. So like, for example, this last weekend in Granada, Mike took the kids on a Segway tour. Well, Sky can't go on that, so I stayed with Sky. It was great. I wandered around the city. We remembered the stroller this time, so he took a nap in the stroller while I was walking around the city, just me and him. It was lovely. And Mike got to have a really awesome time with the big kids, not having to deal with a toddler for a few hours. So divide and conquer. And especially if you guys want to incorporate time into your trip where you are not dealing with kids and you want to have a little bit of that grown-up feel of like a long lunch or a really long nap or just laying on the beach with no one throwing sand in your eyes. Divide and conquer. Take a break. Everyone should get a break. That's a great idea. So that's divide and conquer. And the last two tips I have for you guys are really more for like older kids, but really when I say older, I mean like 5 years old or more. The first one is involve your kids. Involve your kids in making the choices. Like, let your kids navigate and get them a map of the city. Let them be in charge. And with our kids, we actually will take a turn. Like, oh, today's Gigi's day to navigate. Today's Elijah's day to navigate. Let your kids help you plan the trip. Let them choose between like 2 or 3 Airbnbs that you're deciding or hotels. Like if it's all the same to you, let them pick. They'll feel really cool about it. Let them be the one who gets to take pictures that day. Let them be the one that chooses the restaurant or chooses the activities. Like give your kids choices and let them choose. And they feel like it's their vacation too. They're going to be super excited and invested than if you're just like dragging them around to a bunch of stuff that they didn't even realize they were going to do. So that's that. And the last tip I want to tell you guys that's also great for older kids is make it special. And this applies to even toddlers or whatever. Make it special. Like, ooh, we're on vacation. You guys, let's have sleepovers. Like maybe tonight Daddy's going to sleep in the room with the kids and one of the kids is going to sleep in bed with Mommy and we'll switch it up. Like switch up beds. Give the kids spending money and they get to have their own money and go shopping and buy themselves souvenirs. Let them be in charge one day and they get to pick everything. They get to pick the food. They get to pick where you're going. They get to be in charge of navigating. They get to take pictures. Like it's their special day. Like the more you make it special and involve your kids in it, the more that it's going to be an amazing trip. But honestly, the best tips, the most important things are have a good attitude and keep it loose because you are the one who determines the energy and feeling of your trip with your kids. And if you're super stressed and frustrated the whole time, none of this other stuff is going to matter. It's not going to matter that you bought awesome strollers or you have a really great agenda or you let the kids do special stuff because they're going to be on a trip with a grouch monster and that's no fun no matter what other amenities you have. So I hope that's helpful for you guys. I love you guys so much. I can't wait to talk more about this stuff this week. Tomorrow, it's my baby mama day. I'm going to be talking about traveling with a new baby and traveling when you're pregnant. 2 super challenging things that really don't have to be that bad. And on Thursday, I'm going to be talking about something that I wasn't planning on talking about this week, but I got a lot of requests for, which is how do you travel when you're traveling with family or you're traveling to visit family and they don't really respect your parenting style, they don't value the same things that you value, and they're kind of like undermining your authority. Maybe you feel a little bit pressure to compromise on stuff that you don't want to compromise on. So we're going to talk about that on Thursday. Stay tuned all week, you guys, and have an awesome week. Think about going on an adventure. Bye.